I want to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy, released by Konami in 1990. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button or hit a like button and leave a comment if you'd like. Please and thank you. But anyways, I found this game about a year ago when I first got the RG35XX and it was just researching Game Boy games from the past. And this game stands out because I feel like I wish I had it when I was a kid. Like I would have loved this game to go along other games that I had in that style. Like if I was along Tetris and Pokemon, to have like a beat 'em up Turtles game in the handheld form, it would have really made my experience more enjoyable with the Game Boy. So I have kind of like a yearning nostalgia. Like I wish I would have had this and played this back then. But so I started playing it last year, and the platforming is relatively simple. It gets a little difficult towards the end of the game. The beat 'em up and action aspects are pretty nice actually for a Game Boy game. There's impact to when you swipe. They're all one-hit KO, so you just swipe and they just kind of like incinerate. And it's pretty cool when you get into the rhythm of it. You're just like, you know, shoop, 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 and then they just disappear. Besides the bosses, but for the most part, it feels like there's weight and damage done when you strike. And you can play as each of the 4 characters, and they have unique weapons, but from what I could tell, they don't really act differently. They may have a little bit less range or a little bit more range depending, and maybe do a little bit more like speed. But for the most part, they feel really similar. It's not like Turtles in Time where they are noticeably different with their speed and their attack distances and the power that they have. This game has surprisingly unique enemies, which I was well surprised. Like I was surprised and I was happy to see that there was a variety of enemies in this game. It's like, oh, I thought it was just going to be all foot soldiers, and then they do a good job of throwing in the platforming with whether it's like falling boulders or like flying heads, kind of like a Castlevania game where it's like, oh no. And then they have the Mousers, and they have a couple other things that I felt like I was like rolling boulders at you, so you're dodging that and you can't hit those, so if you forget, oh, and then you try to strike it, it's like you take damage. So it's nice that they included a variety of things that you go against instead of it just being the Foot Clan. So I was really surprised by that. And having 5 stages is good because this game doesn't need to be long. It doesn't need to be, you know, a 3-hour thing. It can be a 20-minute, 30-minute thing. So if you hop on, play for 20 minutes, see how far you can get, and just kind of enjoy the atmosphere that's put forward on the little Game Boy screen. The visuals are nice. Like there's obviously some screen tearing and stuff like that with just the older way that it was developed. It didn't have you know, the capacity to have that much detail and that much smoothness in the animations and stuff. So it's not that intricate and graphically impressive, but it's simple and it still does the job. Like, you know what everything is, you know what it is. There's a city in the background. It's not done super well, but the audio, the sound effects that happen with the swipe of the sword, or with the, you know, the explosion of the enemy, or the throw of your ninja star. Like, there are sounds, or like when you reach the end, it does like the little Game Boy tune and then it counts up all your points. Like, those things add to the zest of the game, and it makes it attractive. It makes it enduring, and it makes it seem like they spent time on that. to add those effects. And then the music is good also. The first level music is the iconic animation, you know, cartoon intro. And then some of the other levels as you go through, they're kind of the level is divided up into like 2 different levels at first, where you like go in and then you go into like the sewer and it changes audio, but then you pop back up and it goes back, and it's really nice to keep it diverse, and it's interesting how much they kind of crammed into this game for it just being a simple Game Boy game, pixelated art style and chiptune soundtrack. Like it's nice and it's simple and it's cool to just kind of hop in, and the movement is fluid and nice, and the jumping is kind of wild because you can jump like all the way to the top of the screen, and the longer you hold it, the higher, and then he'll do like a flip too. And so it's like if you want to make a little jump, you can do that, or if you want to do the high jump over the little flying Mauser things, and then, you know, it's cool, and there's a lot of variety to your movements in the game. The jumping really adds a whole nother dimension to being able to platform. The type of jump that they added in this game. One thing that I don't really like is the camera. Like, I wish it just stayed the same, but it like follows you and it gets kind of jarring. So if it like didn't do that and it was just like you on the stage and then you jumped and the camera stayed the exact same, I feel like it would be more, I think it would be more immersive. Like it just wouldn't be jarring. So I don't know. I noticed it, and I feel like it kind of throws me off when I'm trying to platform and stuff, and I kind of wish that it would just stay the same. But yeah, the gameplay, it's simple, but difficult. And once you get familiar with your range of your strike and the fact that you can crouch and throw ninja stars, it gets more... you can get more into like a flow state, and it becomes a lot funner, a lot more fun. So you're just like doop doop, and then doop 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 doop, and as they come in, and then you can kind of like nudge your way forward a little bit, and then they come in, and then you just like stand in one place and kind of turn. But sometimes there's some jank to it where the enemies like come in and they try to like in a fighting game, they do like a cross up, and it's like, oh well, I didn't expect that, but like he turn around, but then there's another guy that comes right up you, so they can kind of bum rush you and get a little bit overwhelming in that aspect. But yeah, overall, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy, released in 1990 by Konami, but I guess it's also Ultra Games. I couldn't really figure out it. When you're playing the game, it says Ultra Games, but when you look on the Wikipedia and stuff, it says Konami and Ultra Games, so I don't know if it was made or published by them in a different country or something, but it definitely feels like Konami, like old school Konami, and so like I could totally see that. But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's a Game Boy game. I love it, and I'll play it, 10 minutes here or there, just to kind of feel the music, feel the vibe, the beat 'em up vibe, like the sound effects. I like it. It's a good game. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in.